Is Phuket, Thailand still worth traveling to in 2025? It's clearly more expensive here than in other parts of Thailand, but how much? And are the experiences and the lifestyle amazing enough to still come here? Let's find out. I'm in Kata Noi Beach now. It's kind of like a surf town in Kata, but not many waves this time of the year, I guess. But it's still really beautiful here. It's really nice for a swim. I'm not staying in this area, but if I would have a lot of money, this place on the hills looks amazing. But yeah, I checked, it was $500 per night. So yeah. They also have jet skis here. I'm gonna try it actually next. It's not too expensive. It's like $60 for 30 minutes. And this place seems like a pretty much optimal place to drive jet ski. It's amazing. There was also like a super surf place in Kata, so even without waves you can still do some kind of surfing, and it looks pretty fun experience, but it was $26 per person, so a bit pricey. They have actually quite many activities and like trips even from this beach easily. It's a proper holiday vibe, people enjoying the weather and the beach. Oh my god, that was so insane. I had so much fun. It's definitely worth the money. It's really good here actually, like the scenery is just so beautiful. I was just exploring. There's like no rules at all. You could just go with it like anywhere and use the 30 minutes as you wish. And it actually went really fast. Like that was the most fun I ever had it. Yeah, definitely would recommend doing that. It's incredible. But also later in this video I will show you some of the most insane experiences and day trips you can do in Phuket and pretty much in the world. It's really world class, but I understand and know. So yeah, we'll see if you think it's worth it to make a trip here to the expensive Phuket. And also, if you're coming to Southeast Asia, I would recommend joining my new school community called the Nomad Tribe. If you want to meet like-minded people and have a lot of helpful resources, it's just nice to have that kind of support system when you're coming to new destinations. And for the scooter, I'm paying $220 per month for a new NMAX, so quite expensive. It's like $100 more than it would be in Bali. But yeah, it's really good scooter, so you can definitely get a less nice scooter for like $100, so much cheaper. Or if you're staying shorter time, it's like $50 for a week. So it's definitely good to have because it's so easy to explore, and yeah, it's definitely here. Every area is a little bit further away from each other, so it's good to have. But you can technically also use Grab, like my parents are now when they're visiting. It works also pretty well. It's not the cheapest, it's not super expensive, but if you stay here in Naihorn area, you're close to a lot of the things, nice beach, some sunset points, and like a lot to do here, so you don't need to all the time use it. So you don't necessarily need a scooter, but I would recommend it. But it's a bit more expensive for sure. I will also list all the cost for the month to see the total cost you need to live nice lifestyle here in Phuket, so you can see in the end if it's worth it with all the experiences and the total cost. One great thing to do, of course, in Phuket is to see elephants in one of the elephant sanctuaries. This place is quite busy, at least this morning. There's a lot of people, but it's still an amazing experience. The feeding part is so much fun. It's so funny how they take it so exact with the trunk. It's my second time seeing elephants, so yeah, it's so fun. But yeah, I would still highly recommend coming here. It's still amazing, like even with all the people, it's just amazing to see the elephants. And yeah, here they rescue all the elephants from like any kind of bad work and take care of them here, and they can live quite naturally here, so it's good for them. And the price here also not too bad, actually. Yeah, pretty much worth it to do at least once to experience and see some elephants, and the feeding is so much fun. So yeah, I really like it. So we drove to Phuket Old Town and checked in this restaurant and cooking class place called the Blue Elephant. The place looks incredible with this kind of huge tree, and yeah, it's It's insane to have this kind of place, and there were some reviews saying that they have like Michelin star level food, so let's see. I got a Panang curry, and it was definitely expensive place for Thai food, but oh my god, the food was so good. Like, it was the best food I ever eaten, like holy moly. But generally the food cost in Phuket was around like $2 to $4 per meal for local food, and Western food was more like $5 up to $12 for like a normal dish in Western restaurants. So definitely a bit more expensive than I'm used to paying in Southeast Asia. And after the lunch we walked around the Phuket old town, and it was surprisingly nice. My mom liked it even more than Chiang Mai's old town, which I was really surprised. I'm checking out an interesting looking place called Selina. It's on the beach, and co-working and pool and cafe and everything like that, even like a hotel here. So you can stay, but it's quite expensive, the hotel rooms. But yeah, this place looks really beautiful. Whoa, look at the rooftop. Yeah, this place is so beautiful. So yeah, if you need a better place to work than your condo or cafes, this seems to be a pretty good place. Look at this view. They also have a cafe to work at, but the good thing about the co-working space is that there is a AC and is fully closed inside, so it's very comfortable to sit down here a little bit longer. And the Wi-Fi is pretty good, not super good for Thailand standards, but better than in my condo at least. And yeah, you even have a little pool area here in the co-working space. It's pretty peaceful here. Not that many people seems to use the co-working space. But yeah, the problem with this side of the island where Selina is that the beach is not super nice. It's not white sand and blue water as in the other side. So I'm not sure if I would recommend staying in this place, even if you can afford it. But it's really beautiful place for sure. And the co-working space, if you need it sometimes, is only 300 Thai baht per day. So not too bad if you need to do like a couple of days while in Phuket that you work hard all day long. This seems to be like a really good place to do it. So beautiful and peaceful. The only negative here seems to be that the chairs are not proper office chairs, so not optimal, but it's still pretty comfortable to work. Like, it's a nice table and chair, like feels good. So definitely comfortable place to work a little bit longer. But yeah, it's not the most legit like co-working space, but they also have a lot of events I saw here, so that's also pretty nice. If you hang around here, you can definitely join a lot of the things to do and meet a lot of people. So yeah, it's a good place for that. And now it's time for sauna, ice bath, and all kind of spa, onsen, things like that here in Le Spa. It's my favorite. It's amazing, so relaxing. And this Stay Wellness Resort also has a really nice gym here, and they even have a restaurant and everything. It's pretty cool spot. It's not the best location, but pretty close to everything here in Rawai. And yeah, the gym is actually not that expensive. The spa is a little bit more expensive, and yeah, the gym is the most clean, and like it's a big gym. They have a lot of things there, and nice views and clean and not too busy, and it's still quite affordable. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite in Phuket. So Le Spa, it's not that big of a place, but they have two identical sides like this, and usually it's not that busy now. There's no one here, so there's nice big sauna with some Himalayan salt. There's steam sauna and even an ice room, so it's pretty unique. So the wall is ice and there's even snow here, so yeah, pretty cool. And the pool area consists of like a jacuzzi and hot pool with micro bubbles and ice bath. Oi, oi, oi. It's so hot. Oh, this micro bubbles. It's my favorite. Somehow it's just so relaxing to chill in this extremely hot water. I think it's like 45 degrees. And then after this, go to the ice bath, which is 15 degrees. So it's not that cold actually. So it's pretty nice. You can be there a little bit longer and it's not super extreme. And then you can come back to this super hot pool, and then again and again do a couple of cycles. It's so relaxing. I always feel so relaxed when I leave this place. And speaking of relaxation, Thailand is of course famous for Thai massage, and there's so many places. But my favorite so far in Phuket has been Pangmast Spa in Rawai. It's actually like really good value for money. It's a little bit like cleaner and nicer looking place, but the price is still quite affordable. So it's nice that you can do it quite often, and the massage there has been really good. So Phuket is definitely really good when it comes to like wellness things and just taking care of your mind and body. And just a quick friendly reminder that a lot can go wrong and happen when traveling in a tropical island paradise like Phuket. And that's why I decided to partner up with SafetyWing for this video, as a good travel insurance is a must for any traveler or nomad. I've been using SafetyWing for years already and couldn't recommend it more. Everything works so seamlessly, and now there's big news for us nomads, as SafetyWing has just launched 2 different nomad insurance plans designed to fit any kind of lifestyle. The Essential plan provides emergency medical coverage with flexible add-ons like adventure sports and electronic theft, while the Complete plan offers all-inclusive health coverage from routine care and mental health to maternity. So it's the best for long-term nomads. These plans bring affordable, flexible and borderless healthcare. So click the first link in the description or scan the QR code to find the best plan for your needs, and sign up for SafetyWing today to enjoy peace of mind during your travels. But now back to the exploring. Today we are doing the best incredible experience you can do from Phuket, which is to go to the Phi Phi Islands. And the first stop is here, Bamboo Island, which is not the nicest spot. There's definitely a couple of way better stops on this day trip, but it's still pretty nice. And the boat was actually quite affordable from Phuket. It's a little bit further away to come here from Phuket than from Krabi. Actually did it from Krabi a few years ago, and so far the not so nice thing from Phuket is that the boat is huge and there's so many people, so it's a bit different experience than it was from Krabi, a bit smaller boat. So yeah, let's see how it goes in the lagoons with the huge boat. Hopefully it's gonna be still amazing, we'll see. And the weather now, it's a bit sunny, but it's being cloudy and sometimes looks like there's gonna be a storm. It's really windy, so yeah, hopefully it's gonna go well, we'll see. We are having a quick lunch break here in the main Phi Phi Island before the best spots of the tour. I kind of would say that it would make sense to actually stay here in Phi Phi for 1 or 2 nights, so you can do a proper tour in the morning with one of the local like long tail boats. Would be a bit more like giving a better vibe than the huge boat we are having, but yeah, of course it's not the best place to stay here, I guess, because there's just so many tourists and so many boats, so it's not really like relaxing, quiet, peaceful place to stay a few nights here in the main Phi Phi Island. So the last spot is here in Maya Bay. It's a bit unfortunate that this time it's already so cloudy and also low tide, but I put some footage here. It's just the most incredible beach, one of the best in the world, I would say. From last time I was here, it's incredible. This time it was a bit unfortunate how they left the best spots, the Maya Bay and the Pile Lagoon, all the way to the end. And actually to the Pile Lagoon we couldn't go at all because it was low tide. I asked them in the beginning like why the itinerary is like opposite as it's supposed to be in the Get Your Guide listing, and they just started yelling at me. So I don't know how it is. Like, seems like in Phuket there's just so many people coming to these stores that they don't really care anymore. And like, I would say to make sure that you can experience the Pile Lagoon, it would be better to go to Phi Phi for 1 night. Not like in the huge boat like we have now, and it's also like there's some people throwing up there, and like, yeah, it's a bit, this kind of experience not the best, but I would say it's still worth it to come to this area of Thailand to experience in Phi Phi Islands. The crowds are not optimal as well, but it's still like, I would say still worth it. It's not like a, again, reason not to come here, but yeah, of course you're not going to be the only one who wants to come to some of the most incredible sceneries in the world. It's also nowadays not allowed to swim here, which is a bit bummer. I can just imagine during the pandemic being here when there was almost no one, it was still allowed to swim, and like just enjoying this incredible beach. Must have been out of this world, so dreamy. And now it's time to give a tour of my condo building. This is pretty good example of like what can you get with around $900 per month here in Phuket. I will give a tour of my apartment, of course, but first I will show everything of the amenities that is included. There's 2 little gyms. I think this one is only for this building, and also a pool area downstairs. And on this other side there is a rooftop pool actually, with also a gym. The gym is pretty standard, like there's not much here, so definitely need to go to a proper gym for a workout. But what's nice here that there's a ping pong table, so that's a good addition. But as you can see, it's pretty big condo building, and there's quite many options like this in Phuket, and even in Ravai area that has a lot of apartments and some little amenities, but not the greatest of amenities. But the rooftop pool is pretty nice. The view has some construction, but otherwise it's quite nice. And what's great here is also that there's this like big rooftop area, which is amazing in the mornings. So I come do some breath work in the morning and watching the sunrise, and the view is quite nice. I really love that part here. And this is the apartment. So yeah, it's been quite comfortable. It's not the biggest, it's a studio, but there's enough space for a yoga mat, and there's spot to work. It's quite comfortable actually, and the Wi-Fi is decent, not the best. Thailand is usually better than that. And the view is pretty nice, some tropical plants and afternoon sun, and yeah, there's tiny balcony. It's very small, so I haven't really used it, but it's nice to be able to come here and get some sun and some light in the afternoon. And yeah, the view is nice, but there's apartment building opposite side looking straight into my apartment, so it doesn't feel the most private. But other than that, it's been pretty comfortable here. There's not really any problems, and yeah, pretty decent for this price, not the best. And the kitchen, haven't used it pretty much at all, but it's nice to have my own fridge and some spot for some snacks. And the bathroom is also working really well, no problems, enough storage. Is quite modern, this whole apartment. Everything works very well. And I just finished filming and editing all the 90 plus videos for my new video guide Southeast Asia Stays, which basically gives you all the information you need to know in the 16 destinations shown in my channel in Southeast Asia, and all my accommodation recommendations. So when you're coming to this new destination, it's gonna make everything so much more easy and make sure that you have the best time. So check it out now. For the next few weeks, you can still, as an early access offer, get $100 off with the code STAYS100. We came to watch a Muay Thai fight. The atmosphere is crazy, and there's some young kids fighting for this. It's crazy how young they start here. It's such a big culture, and they're like properly fighting. There's also many foreigners who are fighting always in Thailand in these fight nights, and yeah, it's a big thing to come train here and then do fights at one point. I wouldn't do though. Championship fight. It's definitely good to come at least one time, even if you're not a big martial arts fan. It's just like a good vibe and such a big culture here, so you should experience it. I would recommend it. It's a good experience always. And we are having a cheeky Nomad Tribe meetup. And Daniel here is training a lot of Muay Thai. He will explain later how it is in Thailand if you want to do it yourself.
So guys, we just finished watching a Muay Thai match. It was absolutely incredible. Really good fights, really good knockouts. And yeah, there were some beginners as well. I'm also a beginner. I train every day. Yeah, so if you train Muay Thai, MMA, boxing, or even if you don't train, I would highly recommend just coming here, experiencing this Thai culture. There are some really good gyms. We are in Phuket right now, so there are the Bang Tao, aka Simbi. There are so many good gyms. Group trainings. I met so many other people from all over the world. If you've never been to Thailand, this is a must. You have to try it at least for a few trainings.
There's actually quite big night market close to the Muay Thai arena. This is the proper Thailand vibe. Some Muay Thai fights and food market after. Pretty local vibe here, and everything is very affordable, so it's a cool place to come to one of these and try some stuff. They even have the classic like box and everything like they do in Bangkok. There's everything you can try here if you want. This morning we are doing kayaking from Yanui beach. It's so beautiful morning and it's so peaceful. We are going to the nearby island.
There's a place in my mind where I want to be. I imagine you sitting next to me, driving into the night. We're so young.
And it's quite cheap activity, it's only like 100 baht per person for 1 hour, so yeah, very affordable, which is quite surprising. And it's nice, there's a lot of areas to explore with the kayak also. Takes a bit more time of course than with the jet ski, but nice.
Tell me the thing that shape or form that you're in. Place you're from, the wealth of the colors.
I came watching sunset in the most popular spot here in Rawai, and some Thai culture for you. The reason why there's so many elephants here is that in this place you can make a wish, and if it comes true you need to donate one more elephant, so that's why there's so many. Apparently it works, many wishes have come true here, and the views from here are quite incredible. It's so beautiful, you can even hike all the way there on the rocks, not so many people doing it. The sunset view is kind of nicer from up here, but to avoid all the crowds you could do that. There's definitely a lot of people here always. As you can see, it's always very packed. And that's definitely generally the negative of Phuket, that is just very crowded, and yeah, it's very touristy. It's not really, you can't escape that. Even here in Rawai, which used to be more for like nomads living, a little bit more local vibe, but nowadays it's just very touristy. There's also this platform you can go a little bit higher to see the view all around. The view is pretty crazy from up here. Phuket is such a beautiful island. The nature is just quite insane here. So that part definitely nothing wrong with it. It's really beautiful. I really love this area. So the crowds itself, it's not really a reason not to come here. It's just like you need to expect it. It's so beautiful here. And yeah, I added up all the costs. It's like $2,500 for a month of experiencing everything you see in this video and having nice lifestyle and comfortable lifestyle. So not too bad, a bit expensive compared to some other places in Southeast Asia and in Thailand, but yeah, I would say still worth it to experience everything that Phuket and this area of Thailand has to offer. But for me, I'm not a fan of the vibe here generally, like the people and touristy and everything. So it's not really a place as a nomad for me that I would enjoy staying here longer than 1 month. And I probably won't be coming back in a few years again because yeah, it's not my favorite place, but it is still really nice and kind of worth the money, especially if you've never been here before.